Good day, everybody. Welcome back to another race broadcast of the Speed Racing Series presented by MRE Road Energy. Today, we are at New Jersey Motorsports Park in Millville, New Jersey, the second new track we get to tackle this season. 12 turns and 2.25 miles long. Going to be an interesting one as we get to race today at a new venue. It's also our second site of the MRE Road Cash Challenge, which will consist of 4 drivers to again go for a shot at an extra 50 grand. Dover winner Major Robinson, points leader Jesse Turner, as well as James Ellison and Logan Cloud are the 4 nominees for this round. Turner does have the points lead by 5 over Robinson, but the 85 looks to have the momentum on his side after last week's win. Anyway, hope you guys are excited for some road racing fun. The green flag is coming your way soon. There are plenty of positives for us to be racing here today. It's a brand new road course for the series. It's the home state for our title sponsor, MRE Road Energy. You also got the second battle for the Road Cash Challenge to pay attention to. And in general, it's just a beautiful afternoon to kick off some racing here in the Garden State. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater and RJ Bishop leading the field to the line. Here we go for the start of round number 10. Fitzwater with a sizable lead already as they make their way onto the backstretch and into the right-hander. Then you got a left-hand hairpin right here, which Fitzwater's going through nice and smoothly as that number 7 Dodge Charger out in front as his teammate of Bishop slides into second. Then you got a New Jersey boy, Christian Vargas, up in third. Excellent qualifying effort for that Spa driver. He really wants to have a good run here out of all places. Same thing with Vince Freeze. He also hails from the state. There's no better place that he wants to get a victory at as well than here in New Jersey, as Cody Lamas is sandwiched in between the 2 home staters in the 48. 6th place, last week's winner at Dover, Major Robinson. He slides in behind Vince Freeze, and right now he's ahead of the 94 of Jesse Turner for the top Road Cash Challenge driver. We'll have to pay attention to that battle all day. So we see these guys going their way through these S's and checking out that view from the bridge. But in the meantime, Fitzwater already with a good-sized lead over Bishop. 1.3 seconds he is ahead of his teammate. But again, Fitzwater winning the pole and just being an ace at these type of tracks. He's definitely flexing his skills here this afternoon in the early laps. Let's look at some other drivers in the top 10 as Robinson tried to look underneath Freeze for a spot. Couldn't quite do it there. Whoa, I see the 99 of Hamill get his car onto the grass. He's going to lose a spot to Sean Ard possibly, as well as Saber Fox, but no, Ard has to back it out. Hamill's about to reclaim that. Right here, the 50th Scott Roush, who went over on his roof in the final laps at Dover. He's hanging outside the top 10 here in 13th, chasing Portland winner Zayden Davidson. Here's James Ellison, another Road Cash Challenge driver, the runner-up at Dover, but it still made him eligible to go for that cash bonus today. DJ Curtis with a real strong run in 8th. And here is the new driver for the 03. It is no longer Jacob Puholtz. He ended up getting fired after Dover, as a matter of fact, for some off-track comments that he made. Unfortunate way for Puholtz to go out, but he's indefinitely out of a ride for now. But now Daniel Voiles has moved over from the 24 to the 03 machine to maybe pick up his performance aboard S3 Motorsports as Ellison's making a pass. In the meantime, taking over that 24 as he gets onto the grass is Aaron Jordan, who drove a one-race deal for Renegade Gutierrez Motorsports in the 9 car at Dover, making his comeback to the series. Right now he's hanging around 30th, but Aaron Jordan is going to be the new full-time driver for the 24. So that is the lineup that S3 Motorsports is settling with. They also made some crew chief changes as well. So maybe that move by S3 is going to turn some things around for their program. One driver who hasn't had a great start to his race is Charles Samper right here in the 16 machine, trying to hold off Zachary DeLello for the 26th position. And you see his boss, Joseph Strigley, also a little bit behind him in the 11 car. Samper's going to just hold on to that position over DeLello. But aside from the 61 of Ellison in 10th, the other 3 JSR cars are just in the weeds right now, just not having a good start to their days. The 16's back here, so is the 11. And the 66, Angela Del Vecchio, she's in 39th, even further behind her other three teammates. She did pick up a fortunate 13th place finish at Dover, which was a good confidence booster for Del Vecchio, but still not too ideal running back here in the deep 30s. I mentioned how rough it's been for Joseph Srigley Racing in the opening 10 rounds, still looking for their first win of the season. And so far, neither driver from that team has been able to do it, especially Sanford, who's so close to getting that 10th career win, but just every chance he's gotten, it's slipped from his grasp. He definitely wants to check that off his list and be the first driver to get to 10 wins. Because right now he's following that green 31 of Alan Muccioli, who's running a respectable top 25 run in that 31 machine. He's from the nearby state of Maryland, so he's got a little bit of a secondary home track to try and have a good day on. Louis Dubois with brand new Saya colors aboard the 92 Ford. And then Cody Goforth right here in 23rd, Kyle Rigger in 27th, both ending in top 10 finishes at Dover. So real good run by the 2 and the 3 teams out there. Here comes Angel Gutierrez in the 51 to pit road on lap 7 here. Not quite sure if this is planned or not. Don't know if he's got a problem or if they're just trying a different pit strategy compared to the rest of the field. But the 51 team are the first guys in on lap 7, and it's a quick stop for Gutierrez. Might be a splash and go kind of deal for that 51 car, but he'll have to hope this thing stays green, and maybe this strategy will work out for that team. Now we see Angela Del Vecchio making her way to the pits here on lap 8, right after Gutierrez makes his stop. So maybe the 66 team also has a different pit strategy plan on their hands, and they're actually going to change tires on that Exalta Chevy Impala. As it looks like it's going to be a 2-tire call for Angela Del Vecchio's team, while Angel Gutierrez's team just came down for fuel only. But perhaps this 51 and 66 team may be trying something unique up their sleeves with this pit strategy, pitting way early. And if a yellow happens, that could work out well for them because that'll force everybody else to pit. In the meantime, there is no stopping Zachary Fitzwater in this number 7 machine. He continues to build up his lead over 5 seconds now over RJ Bishop. There you see Bishop just getting out of turn number 1 into turn 2, while Fitzwater's already way down here at the kink right there in turn number 4. Fitzwater in full control here this afternoon in New Jersey. He's definitely hoping that no caution is going to wreck his lead as he's showing the way. But in the meantime, Bishop is trying to defend Vargas, Lamas, Freeze, Robinson, Turner, and the rest of these guys up here in the top 10. But their efforts are futile unless a yellow does come out. But this is such a wide track, over 2¼ miles long. And it'll take somebody either having a mechanical failure or, just getting together at some point in the track to cause a problem. But just for Fitzwater, that's going to be tough to do. Don't worry, we didn't forget about the 4th driver who's battling for the Middle Road Energy Cash today, Logan Cloud, in that number 20 machine. Of course, he's doing the worst of the 4 participants for the money, running down in 19th. He's right there. He's looking at the battle between Lane Sanders and Griffin Lepo McDermott. Matter of fact, you got a quartet of Fords right here, all battling for 17th. Right now, Lane Sanders in that mellow yellow ride is going to get that over Lepo McDermott, as Logan Cloud's going to try and defend his boss, Luke Martin, for a position. Anyway, Cloud, he's got the toughest job, it looks like, among the Road Cash Challenge participants. Running down in 19th, you see Ellison in 11th, Turner in 7th, Robinson in 6th. Those are the 2 highest running competitors for that money, which right now is in the hands of Robinson. But if Cloud can get lucky, or if his team develops some sort of off-key strategy plan, then they could consider themselves to be the runners for the money today, but are right now where they're sitting. Cloud is just kind of have to be forced to ride this one out. I was talking about S3 Motorsports a little bit earlier. Here's the 35 to Zayden Davidson, who's clawed his way back up into the top 10, now in the 9th position, right ahead of his teammate Daniel Boyles. Boyles, the rookie, still searching for his first ever top 10 in the series, and if he stays where he is right there and he just follows the 35 around, Boyles will be in great shape for sure, making that first career top 10 happen. His best finish has been 13th, which he's done twice this season. So I think he's doing pretty good, just following Davidson, learning his lines. He also got the 46 of Saber Fox, doing pretty respectable in 16th. She knocked off her second ever top 10 of the series at Darlington, finishing 10th. So right now, S3 having 3 of their 4 cars at least 16th or higher. That's got to bring their hopes up a little bit. I'll give a little spotlight to some guys having some good runs. Derek Hamill in 12th right here, where he finished at Dover despite it nearly being catastrophic when he had problems, and he caused a big accident with him having issues on the back straightaway at Dover. But right now running in 12th, doing pretty good. Eric Sadler in the 71 car for the New Shade team, doing pretty well in the 14th position. He's got his boss Shade Eves in 22nd right there. Right now following Cody Goforth, back to pilot colors for him. And then Sean Ard in the 18. He really needs a good run like this today. Just even if it's not a top 10, at least get a top 15, because what a golden opportunity he was given with this Martin Lamas Motorsports team, but he's just had so much bad luck go his way and has only really been able to get inside the top 30 a couple times. So Ard definitely needs a turnaround day, and this would definitely be a good time for that to come. Now here comes Derek Hamill to the inside of Ellison. This is for the 11th position. Down here in turn 6 and 7, these right-handers that they're going through slowly. Matter of fact, Hamill may get a 2-for-1 and go by Daniel Boyles. That 99 car rolling on the bottom of the corner super well. And he will get by the 03 and the 61. Ellison, he may also be victim to possibly losing a position to Scott Roush, as he's also going to look to draw in on the 61. Hang on, as a matter of fact, Boyles is heading for pit road. At the end of lap 16, or the start of lap 16, I should say, Boyles, he is also taking his chances and getting some tires and fuel, as he is the 3rd confirmed driver to make a pit stop under green. Don't see anyone else coming down with him. Nope, looks like Boyles is just going to go solo this time around. Meanwhile, Fitzwater is just living a life of luxury out front. You don't even see RJ Bishop in the camera shot. But Fitzwater has built up over an 8-second lead between himself and the 98. There's RJ Bishop going through turn 7 and 8. And there's Fitzwater going through the left-hander turn number 9. Just riding around this course as comfortably as he can. He's probably got some chill beach tunes going on in his helmet right now. Just going around this racetrack as easy as he can. And as soon as I say that, he goes below the line and heads for pit road at the end of lap 16. Fitzwater makes his first green flag pit stop, and looks like RJ Bishop will follow him. Both the Rambler teammates come for pit road, but the 81 of Christian Vargas will stay out. He won't get to lead that lap over Fitzwater that time, but Vargas will now assume the lead at his hometown track. That's got to be a good feeling for Vargas. You got Freeze in second, followed by Robinson, Turner, Davidson, and Curtis. They have all chosen to stay out. Who else has come down pit road with the 7 and the 98? Looks like Cody Lamas has also joined them, and Fitzwater is already down and away. He's already got tires and fuel, and he will rejoin the racetrack right around where Alan Muccioli is. Same thing with Charles Samper and Winston Wilson, as you see. So he's going to rejoin the track right about 25th place. Well, this is a feeling that Vargas hasn't quite likely had since Daytona, challenging for the win on the last lap there. But he makes his way into the turn 10 section, turn 11, under the bridge into turn number 12, and he's going to duck for the pits too at the end of lap 17, along with Freeze. And then all those drivers I mentioned, Robinson, Turner, Curtis, Davidson, Hamill, but not Ellison. James Ellison looks like he will stay out and go the longest out of all these guys, and he will get credit for leading that lap in car 61. And Eric Sadler, I also see him stay on the track with Ellison, and a whole host of drivers are on pit road. You see Louis Dubois, he's also going to stretch the fuel distance as well. You also got Muccioli, Sanford, Wilson, and there is what should be the new leader of Fitzwater. We'll have to wait and see how the cycle plays out, but Freeze is going to get ahead of Vargas at pit road exit. As you see more drivers pull away from pit road, 3 drivers who haven't done that yet are the 18, the 46, and the 90. So Sean Ard, Saber Fox, and Griffin Lepo McDermott and their teams having major miscues on this set of pit stops, it seems. Not quite sure what the holdup could be on those 3 cars, but that's so strange. Seeing them all have issues. Now Lapo McDermott's team sends them away. So does Ard and so does Fox. They're going to pull away and follow the 84 of Alex Daniels off pit road. That's got to be so frustrating and devastating for their hopes this afternoon. They were all inside the top 20 when they came to pit road. And speaking of coming to pit road, Ellison and Sadler are going to come down this time at lap 18. Same with Dubois. Those top 3 come in. Here comes Muccioli, Sanford, Wilson, Srigley, and there you see the 7 of Fitzwater breeze right on by them. And that is who I believe your new leader should be once these pit stops fully cycle through. Off the turn 12 and onto the front straightaway comes the 7 of Fitzwater, as he will cross the line right there to begin the second half of this race here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Fitzwater's dominant run continues on as he's going to lead over Cody Lamas by 4.88 seconds. Good job by the 48 team getting Lamas up into P2. Here's Freeze in 3rd, Bishop in 4th, and James Ellison, just like I thought, in 5th. Then you got Zayden Davidson, Christian Vargas, Eric Sadler up here into the top 10 and 8th, who pitted with the 61 of Ellison. Then you got DJ Curtis. He needs a strong run like this today. He's in 9th right there. And then Jesse Turner, racing for the money like James Ellison, is in 10th. We'll go through the rest of these lead lap cars here. Major Robinson and Logan Cloud, 2 of the other Cash competitors, 11th and 12th. Then Scott Roush, he was able to get by Derek Hamill for 13th. Then there's Luke Martin in 15th. Kyle Rigger and Louis Dubois battling for 16th right there, followed by Daniel Voiles, Shade Eves, and right there I think Winston Wilson will complete the top 20 in the 80 machine. Then you got Zachary DeLello, Cody Goforth, Angela Del Vecchio 23rd after starting all the way down in 41st. An excellent drive by the rookie behind the wheel, that 66 machine. 24th for Lane Sanders. Matthew Hubert rounding out the top 25, followed by Aaron Jordan, Austin Rogers, Nick Breeding, Aiden Smith, and Caleb Rose right here, who missed the show out at Dover, but thankfully he was able to qualify for this race. He runs in 30th. Then you got Hergel Alonso, Alan Muccioli, Joseph Srigley, and Charles Samper, whose rapid descent continues in that 16 car. Both him and Srigley are having rough days for sure. Then you got Mac Johnson right here in 36. He's struggling to stay in the top 35 in owner points, so he definitely doesn't need a run like this either. Then you got Nikki Martinez qualifying for her second start, running in 37th, followed by Alexander Rowe. William Ayerson also in his second start. He finished a strong 25th in his debut out at Dover, but he's just running in the back right now. And then you got Alex Daniels in 40th. And then you got the drivers who had those pit road problems, Lapo McDermott, Ard, and Fox, along with Angel Gutierrez. So it looks like everyone so far halfway through the race has been able to stay on the track, and we've been able to stay green the whole way. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like Luke Martin and Louis Dubois are coming back down pit road. The 15th and 16th place cars back on pit road again, about 4 laps or so after they originally came down. Trying to get word if these are scheduled pit stops for these guys or not. But both Martin and Dubois, nope, looks like the crews are going to go ahead and change tires and add more fuel to their cars. These are scheduled pit stops, it seems, for those 2 Ford drivers. This would be right on the window of these drivers making it all the way to the end on fuel, about 17, 18 laps. And there goes Martin and Dubois. So I wonder if they're probably working backwards on their strategy. They'll just come right here for fuel, get the last stop over with. And if a yellow comes out, maybe they might be fortunate, as you see Griffin Lapo McDermott's team also implying the same plan. Meanwhile, Vince Freeze has been able to tighten up the battle for second place between him and Cody Lamas. Fitzwater's 6.5 seconds ahead of these guys, but at least Freeze is making this battle relatively close. And oh, the 21's going down low. Here comes Freeze heading for the pits at the end of lap 22. Lamas and Bishop are going to go on by. Anyone else joining them? Yes, Ellison's coming down. Davidson's coming down. Vargas is staying out. Curtis is staying out, as well as Turner. Eric Sadler also joins Ellison and Davidson in the pits, as well as Major Robinson. I think these teams are starting to take note of what the 54 and the 92 teams did. You see Logan Cloud and Kyle Rigger pitting him on others. Now that is going to leave Fitzwater, Lamas, Bishop, and all these guys out on the track. But now it looks like this is the prime time for these guys to be pitting. That way they can make sure these guys are good to go to the end on fuel. As Freeze pulls away, and the pace car's lights are on. Caution is out on the track. Where is it? Oh, it's a crash before the bridge. Oh, and it involves Charles Sanford. Lots of smoke coming out of that Kubota Chevy. And just when you thought Charles Sanford's day couldn't get any worse, he somehow finds a way. That's unfortunate for him as, the 8 of William Ayers destroyed in the front end of that car. That must have been a heavy lick for Ayers, as there's Sanford coming to pit road. He's going to park it right here. But for all these guys on pit road, this is actually going to be a huge break for them. And for Fitzwater, Lamas, Bishop, Vargas, Curtis, Turner, and all these guys who stayed on the track, this is going to hurt them immensely, as they did not have a chance to pit before the yellow came out. But now this will force all of these guys to pit under caution, and it's going to cost them track position dearly. Very tough break for them, but an even tougher break for Sanford and Ayers, who I believe are already out of it. So after some investigating, it looks like Sanford's going to blow a motor right there, going through turn 10, right in front of Mac Johnson. He gets by, but this is at least the second time this 16 team has had an engine failure end their day. But I imagine somewhere along here that 8 car is going to plow into the 16. There he goes, and Ayers heads towards the bridge and makes a head-on impact with the barriers. That is a scary-looking hit for Ayers. We'll need to get a second look at it. But you see the 16 Sanford crawling back to pit road in defeat. So here we see William Ayers just riding around the corner here, minding his own business. But up ahead, his line is soon going to be impeded by a smoking Charles Sanford. He comes up on, and there's where he makes contact with the 16. And what a huge hit that is. Head on into that tire barrier just before turn 12. That's definitely got to ring his bell. But fortunately, the safety team was able to get William out of the car with some assistance. But that's still a tough way to end his second career start in the series. Got you focusing on board of the number 8 Chevy of William Ayers, who thankfully is okay after taking this hit into the tires at over 90 miles an hour. And now Fitzwater leads the parade of cars onto pit road who are unlucky enough to be on track at the time of caution. So it'll be the 7, the 48, the 98, all these guys that were running at the front of the field. But you see that 21 of Vince Freeze. He is going to be the first one to lead us back to green on this restart. One of the home state heroes. And what a great opportunity that is for the driver of the 21. As it appears he will have control of this upcoming restart. Allison will be behind him in second, followed by Davidson, Sadler, and Robinson, the top 5. Again, there aren't that many drivers lucky enough to be on pit road when that caution came out. Looks like Logan Cloud, he'll stay out, Kyle Rigger, but there you see Fitzwater, Vargas, and all these guys pulling away off of pit road, but as expected, they are going to be starting much deeper than they would have liked to. Oh, and would you have a look at this? Right before we go back green, Logan Cloud in the 20 now has engine troubles. Oh, that's too bad. He was about to take this restart from the 6th position with a clear shot at getting that Middle Road MRE Road Cash. But now, with this happening, looks like all that's going to go down the drain for that 20 of Logan Cloud and the Martin Lamas Motorsports crew. And he's dropped all the way well to the tail end of the field. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it back around. He's certainly going to try to at like 10 miles an hour. But in the meantime, we got the green flag to still take, which is being led by Vince Freeze in the 21 over Ellison and Davidson in single file formation. They speed up through the gears, and we are racing once again on lap 26. Out of turn 1 into the other right-hander of turn 2, Freeze has a good 2 or 3 car lengths over Ellison. Davidson in 3rd, Robinson and Sadler side by side. And here's Fitzwater, who restarted up in 7th. He's eyeing this battle for 5th place. Or make that 4th place, would you rather, as that's held by Eric Sadler, the rookie for the New Shade Industries team. Phenomenal drive by him this afternoon. But there is Fitzwater, who's had the dominant car all day long. He is now in the 6th position, trying to find enough time to reel up to his teammate Vince Freeze in the lead. I mean, there are 15 laps to go. That is a lot of time around this racetrack. But of course, Fitzwater has to make each move count. He's got to get past Robinson first, along with Sadler, Davidson, Ellison, and Freeze. And speaking of Ellison right now, he's got the top position for that Road Cash bonus. So he's looking pretty good to win that 50 grand. Meanwhile, Robinson is his next closest competitor in 5th. Then you got Jesse Turner, who I believe is stuck way back here in the boondocks, right behind DJ Curtis. He's got to be hanging around the top 20 right now. But this is great for that 21 of Vince Freeze out in the lead. And you can just hear the cheer from the crowd in the grandstands. He's got so many friends and family here to support him. Looking to be in the catbird seat unless we don't get any more yellows. But he's showing the way, and it looks like Cloud was able to get towed back to pit road, so we stay under green. Oh, and the 85 has gone off the course. Out of turn 7. Fitzwater's going to be able to pass him right there. Robinson rejoins the course in turn 8. And that is going to cost him the 5th spot, as Fitzwater's going to go on by him, capitalizing on the 85's mistake. Not sure what caused Robinson to have that lapse of judgment and go off track like that, but he'll be in position number 6 now. Fitzwater has broken into the top 5, and with 11 laps to go now as we cross the line for lap 30, that is still plenty of time left for Fitzwater to go. He's just under 4 seconds behind Vince Freeze, but you can never say never with Fitzwater on a road course. Meanwhile, Davidson's hot on Ellison's tail for the 2nd position. But right now, he's just got to stay behind the 61 right now as Freeze continues to build up that gap. Oh, Eric Sadler gets a bad exit off of turn 12, and that's going to allow that 7 to Fitzwater to reel right in on him. For the 4th position, Fitzwater is going to take this chance now to get to the inside of the 71. Sadler right now being courteous. He's going to yield that spot to Fitzwater. He knows he has a better car than him. And now that's going to drop Sadler to 5th and Fitzwater up to 4th. Still over 3 seconds behind Freeze, but Fitzwater right there picking him off one by one as he just picked off Eric Sadler, which this would be his career best run if this were to end right now. Sadler already has 3 top 10s on the season, a great rookie effort for New Shade Industries in Season 4. Definitely one of the top rookies in the points despite not winning a race yet. For the other rookie contenders, we actually got 3 of them running in a row right here. Winston Wilson, Matthew Hubert, and Louis Dubois running in positions 12 through 14. That's nice to see for those guys. That's just what they need, just a good top 15 day. As Luke Martin lurks behind him in 15th. Here comes DJ Curtis for a move to the inside of Jesse Turner, who gets off the course right there in turn number 7. And that will give DJ Curtis the 18th position. And here's Bishop looking to the inside of the 94 now in turn 9. As you recall, Bishop was one of the drivers negatively impacted by that caution, as he was forced to pit under yellow and lose all those track positions. And unfortunately, he hasn't gained much of it back. He still runs down in the 20th position. And unless another caution comes out, Bishop's chances of victory are only getting slimmer. Looking back here on the battle for the 23rd position, here's Cody Lamas going underneath Mac Johnson as he looks to take that spot away from the 88. And it looks like Lamas will do so successfully, but just like Bishop and Fitzwater and those guys, Lamas was also negatively hurt by that caution falling when it did, and he wasn't on pit road yet, so he's just trying to claw his way back to a top 20 at this point. But he makes the pass on Johnson for 23rd, and that's too bad for Lamas because he looked to have a stout run going here today. Looks like he'll have to fight for scraps at this point. Same thing with Derek Hamill, who's also running 25th. But back here in positions 26 through 30, you got some underdogs having nice days right here. Alex Daniels looking to have a solid run here in the 84 car for Volunteer Motorsports, trying to hold off Lane Sanders. You got Alexander Rowe in the 5, trying to hold off Sabre Fox. Alan Muccioli for the Stormbait team, running inside the top 30. That's real nice for that Interstate Batteries ride. And then guys who are just trying to get into the top 30, Daniel Voiles, Angel Gutierrez, Sean Ard, and Cody Goforth, all taking part in that battle. Griffin Lepo McDermott coming back down pit road in the 90 car. I don't believe that team quite filled his fuel tank up all the way during his last time down. He's going to pull into his box, and his team's going to actually change 2 right side tires on that Ford Fusion. He was already down in 40th place, already having a forgetful day. His team's going to fill that car up and send him away, as there goes the leader, Vince Freeze. Lepo McDermott will fall a lap down for sure. He's already the last car running on the track, but he'll get back out here and maybe just carry this thing home as he'll come back out on the track right behind his teammate Major Robinson. Meanwhile, the leader Vince Friese heads back onto the main straightaway. He'll be taking the line here with 4 laps to go here at New Jersey, as he looks to be on his merry way towards finally achieving that first ever win in the series, over 4 seconds ahead of Ellison, as we actually got the 43 of Austin Rogers heading off Pit Number Road, pulling up in front of the leader. Rogers, who was already having a forgetful day just like Label McDermott was, last car on the lead lap, trying desperately to hang on to that spot, but he's right in front of Vince Friese, who's leading this race by over 4 seconds. That 43 should be courteous and let that 21 go by. We'll have to see how this plays out with 3.5 laps to go now. James Ellison, he hopes that the 43 could hold him up and at least buy him some time to catch back up. Now here comes Friese to the inside of the 43. He wants to take this opportunity to get by and going through turn 1. Through turn number 2, keeping it on the inside of the track. The 43 is actually going to put up a fight against the 21 as they head towards the kink. That 43 does not want to go a lap down, and Friese has to get out of the gas. That is not what he wanted to do. That's going to cost that 21 valuable time. And you see that 61 is starting to creep towards him ever so slowly. This fight for the win may not be over, folks. Ellison may still have a chance. Well, not just Ellison, maybe Davidson or Fitzwater may also have just as much of a chance as the 61 does, the more the 21 stays behind this 43 car. Back onto the front straightaway now for Friese. It'll be just 2 laps to go here at New Jersey. Friese still riding behind Austin Rogers. He thinks about taking a chance to the inside there, but no, he's not going to do it right now. And you see that margin on the leaderboard. Ellison has cut it down to 1.8 seconds. Ellison just wants that 21 to continue to be held up. Meanwhile, Friese, he knows that the longer he stays behind Rogers, the more it's going to give Ellison and these guys a chance to close in on him. Vince Friese caught in between a rock and a hard place here in the dying laps. Rogers wants to stay ahead of the 21 and not fall a lap down. We got Friese. His first ever win is within sight, but he still has to fight for it. Davidson and Fitzwater also lurk in positions number 3 and 4, trying to chase the 61. Don't forget, James Ellison was the runner-up at Dover just last week. You can bet he doesn't want to come home second for the second straight round. You see him going through the left-hander of turn 10, trying to cut into the lead that Vince Friese has, doing whatever he can. And if he does catch him, how is he going to pass him? Your leader follows the 43 through the bridge onto the main straightaway, heading towards the white flag. 2.25 miles left to go here in New Jersey. Can Friese hang on for one more lap? He stays packed onto the rear bumper of the 43, not attempting to make a move. That's smart of Friese. His team is probably telling him on the radio the 43's tires have come up to temperature now. There's no sense trying to get around him and risk losing the lead, although he actually is going to make a move to the inside of Rogers, but no, he backs out of it as he heads down into turn number 5. And you see Ellison trying to charge as hard as he can towards that 21, but he's got to do more than that. Just a half a lap to go. Ellison trying to scratch and claw his way up to the 21, but it looks like the distance between him and Friese is growing. Vince Friese has been involved with the series since the finale of Season 1. 5 times he's been a runner-up. Victory denying him on multiple occasions. But today, it looks as though he's finally going to break through right here in his home territory. What a special first win this is going to be. He's going to follow the 43 through the last set of turns, and he will take that DeWalt Dodge onto the front straightaway to the finish line. The dream is finally going to come true. Vince Friese claims the checkers here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. And after 47 starts, Friese finally gets that win that he's been searching for, as he'll get to go to victory lane for the first time here in the Speed Racing Series presented by MRE Road Energy. No longer will he be the butt end of all those jokes, asking him when's he finally going to win one of these races. Well, today, that question has finally been answered. The Jersey boy breaks through and gets to go to victory lane here at home. Just like James Ellison last season at Indianapolis, Freeze finally feels that same satisfaction. A cool moment for the 21, but obviously behind him, it's a bitter moment once again for the 61. Ellison coming home once again in the second position, one spot shy of victory again. But on the bright side, he does at least pick up the win in this round of the Middle Road Energy Road Cash Challenge. He does pocket an extra 50 grand despite finishing second. And for the next race, it'll be him, Freeze, Zayden Davidson, and Zachary Fitzwater that'll get to compete for the cash again when we go to our next round at Pocono. That'll be another nice race to check out. Anyway, it's definitely been a long time coming, not just for Vince Freeze, but for this number 21 team in general. You got to go all the way back to Watkins Glen in Season 1, where they last won a race in the series with TJ Handley, back when this team was just a one-car operation. But thankfully for them, Freeze finally ends that drought. He's going to pull into his pit stall and meet the cheers of his elated team, plus everybody that's come out here this afternoon to root him on. And without a shadow of a doubt, Vince Freeze is definitely a happy man right now. With that being said, we'll go over the top 10 real quickly. Freeze prevails over James Ellison by 1.38 seconds. Those two drivers, along with Davidson and Fitzwater, will compete for the Middle Road Energy Cash for the next round. And Eric Sadler, his first career top 5 in the 71, he finishes 5th. Major Robinson, a great points day for him in 6th. Kyle Rigger in the 2-car, back-to-back 7th place finishes for him. That's fantastic to see. Christian Vargas, another home stater, he finishes a strong 8th. Scott Roush comes home in 9th. And in 10th place, how about Shade Eves? That's 3 top 10s in a row for him in the 47 car. And that right there is going to be the end of our time, folks. Thanks a lot for being able to join us today on this beautiful afternoon here in Millville, New Jersey. Home race for our sponsor and a hometown driver picking up his first ever win. Definitely lots of good feelings to come out of this one. Next race up, we're going to be heading to another new track, Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, where we're going to take on the Tricky Triangle. Be sure and watch out for that race when it comes by. Here come your full results and your point standings following round number 10. And one more big congratulations to Rambler Racing and Vince Freeze on scoring a special win here at New Jersey Motorsports Park.